What's up, guys? For the past several months, I've been working on a game called Fish Kisser. That game is out now, and it's completely free. I just kind of wanted to talk about why it's free and how I came to that decision. So Fish Kisser pretty much started out as a little project that I was doing in my spare time that was piggybacking off of a web design project I did for a college class. But over development, it moved to be a roguelike deck builder that was pretty much a fishy Balatro ripoff. During the development, I had gotten caught in the whirlpool of watching a lot of game dev advice YouTube videos, which are videos that I'm sure a lot of you have fallen into the trap of people who have not made successful games telling you how to make successful games. And through that, my little fish game had kind of turned into something I didn't want it to be because I started chasing profit. Development of the game started to become very unenjoyable for me because I started watching all these videos and became obsessed with trying to figure out what would make my game be the next big thing to make me $1 million or whatever. And I kept adding this or that in hopes of that. This caused me to resent the game a lot, which I don't think is fair. It's a silly little fish game. It got really bad because once I had a public store page and like a trailer, I knew I had to like market it. And all these indie videos, they tell you like, oh, you got to make YouTube shorts and you got to say this or that. And I couldn't bring myself to do it because I really was not proud of the product I had created. And I think calling it a product is really exemplary of how I was feeling about the project at this point. With the project completely stalling at this point, even though I was almost done, I began to realize that I was doing this with the wrong intentions. And I had spoken to a friend who had said, hey, you should just move on for this. You should put it out for free, build up your catalog and just move on from it. And so that's what I did. I changed it to free and I said, I don't want to think about this anymore. And I didn't try to make a YouTube short. And weirdly, in quitting trying, finishing up my game became very easy. And I even realized Fish Kisser kind of kicks ass. Despite the algorithm slop that I shoved into my little fish game, I love it. And I think the reason for that is there's just these little things like the cards, the starfish, the interactive main menu I made, the wonderful music by OddBall. Please go check them out. You can commission them for game music. They are fantastic. I'll put a link somewhere. I love this little game now, and even though I had to stumble a lot to get to that point, I have come to really appreciate it because of the lessons I have learned through that. I'm now working on 3 projects in which the only reason I'm making them is because they are types of games that I want to play. And if it weren't for the lessons I learned from Fish Kisser, I would not have been able to do that. I'm going to tell you about those now. One of them is a small multiplayer card game that I'm not really sure where it's going to go. But it is a virtual version of the game Nerds or Nerds. It's really fun, it's really cool, and I'm just kind of working on that passively just because it's something I want to be able to play online with my friends. Another one is a game that is still taking shape, but it's a tiny multiplayer MMO that I'm making, I'm helping out my friend with, where you can play music and fish and some stuff, and it's real early on, but getting to work with some friends has been really rewarding and super fun. There should be some clips of that playing right now that make me chuckle.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
The last one I'm working on is my main project, and it is called Dark Mountain. It's a game I've been working on and off on since college. Actually, my first game dev project was a prototype version of what eventually this game would become. That project is a Zelda-style adventure game set on a mysterious mountain, and development on this game is going like 10 times faster than Fish Kisser ever did because I'm just having so much fun working on it. I guess if there's anything to take away from this video, it's that the only game dev advice that you should listen to from people who haven't succeeded is just have fun, which sounds really dumb and counterproductive and silly, but it's true because the only way you can really get something done, at least if you have a brain like mine, is if you're enjoying it. And I'm having a hell of a fun time now. And I suppose that's pretty straightforward, but when you exist in a space where people are constantly telling you, this kind of game will succeed, this kind of game is popping off right now, it's easy to get caught up in the whirlpool of chasing these trends, trying to make the next streamer fad or whatever. But that's not going to really get you where you want, I think. At least not for me. I know that if I do succeed one day, I want it to be from something I'm legitimately proud of and an idea that feels fully me. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you're making a game, just make it sick. That's the best thing you can do. Oh yeah, and go play Fish Kisser. It's free and you can download it now. It's wonderful. It's the greatest game ever made.